welcome. I'm Lauren Artino, one of your hosts, Tim David, and we are here to talk everything Cincinnati FEAR. This is really exciting. He's the professional in all of this. I might ask occasionally throughout this summer and into the future some stupid questions, but that's what you're here for.
That's okay.
I know.
I'm here for you.
But we're also here with like insider tips and game schedule for the Cincinnati FEAR. This is the first esports team, obviously in the Cincinnati area, but this is Cincinnati's fourth professional sports team. This is super exciting.
Oh yeah, we've been playing this since July at game day, playing the Cincinnati FEAR. We wanted to get into all the popular esport titles, and luckily we were able to early get into League of Legends and Super Smash Brothers. And into the future, we're looking into Rocket League and Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or CSGO. So yeah, we're pumped, we're excited, and happy to be here.
We have an awesome team roster too. We're very proud of them. They're doing great. Tim, what else can players, especially players that have been in the game for a long, long time, what can they expect? Because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff people want to know.
Yeah, so we are in the Path To LCS for League of Legends. It's ran by a tournament organization called Unified. They do a great job. And throughout the month of June, we'll be in their season-long tournament. We compete every Monday or Tuesday. You just got to kind of keep an eye on social media for our schedule because it just depends on which day we're in. But so far, we went 3-2 into the qualifiers, and we're looking to perform even better throughout the month.
I love it. Speaking of our team, I recently talked with the Cincinnati FEAR's head coach. He's a great guy. This is his story. We'll be back after that.
Giving Cincinnati FEAR this opportunity to push slider in. Appa with the ultimate though, the culling coming out, doing a lot of damage to Plux. We do the paranoid coming out though.
I've been playing video games my whole life. League of Legends specifically, I've been playing for about 11 years now.
Cincinnati FEAR fans, meet your League of Legends head coach, Jalen Key, and his team, a powerhouse: Dragoon, Trixter, Blazze, Sketch, and Plux. Coach Jalen brings experience and passion. He's played for many years.
On the competitive side, which is more so what I do now, I started doing that much more often when I got to college. If people don't know, there is a very large collegiate esports scene that is sponsored by Riot, the company, directly. So they organize it, they run events, you can get scholarship for participating in it. So at the time in college, I got scholarship playing in the Big Ten conference, which is just the Big Ten schools. So I was at Michigan, then Ohio State, Minnesota, and all of those places. And that's where I kind of really got into competitive League of Legends.
His goal, of course, winning, but there's more to it than taking home those coveted titles.
As a coach at this level, the goal, regardless of result, is to promote players to the academy level. I've been successful at that in the past. It's really cool to see a player that's been working so hard to, I got the offer, I'm moving out to California, I'm following my dreams. And that's where I get a lot of my own satisfaction as a coach, is watching that happen.
Right now, Jalen works full-time as a software engineer with Amazon, but he says he hasn't counted out maybe one day coaching full-time, something that's brought many esports athletes a lot of success over the years.
I do this, I guess, on the side, but it's something that if I could support myself full-time doing it, then I would love to move to doing this professionally.
All right, guys, we're here with a very special guest. This is Steven Schmidt, Cincinnati FEAR's, I would say you're our first signed player. First of all, congratulations to that.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
And you are also one of our only players with local Ohio ties. So Cincinnati, Ohio, obviously where we are sitting right now. You are a University of Cincinnati grad, and you've been playing for quite some time, right?
Yes, since 2015. I think my first tournament was in September of 2015, somewhere in around the late fall time. I have been playing with a lot of friends in the game since probably the beginning of that year, but my first tournament was gaining on 7 years ago, so it's been a while.
And that first game, tournament, all of that, all encapsulated by Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, right?
So it was Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U 7 years ago. Ultimate wasn't out yet. Ultimate came out around the end of 2018. So I played the previous iteration, which was the Wii U version, for about 3 to 4 years.
What's your biggest success been so far?
So my biggest success is it's recent, so which is good. It means that things are on an upward trend. Was probably my tournament win at SOS 7, which is a local Cincinnati regional that happened. There was a lot of top 50 players in the world that showed up out there, and I won the whole thing without dropping a set.
What even goes through your mind when you know you're about to win? Because I assume that's just like any other sport, any other athlete. Your adrenaline's pumping, your mind's going a mile a minute, right?
I would say I don't think there's anything going through your head other than what was making you win. The moment you think about winning is probably the moment that's going to slip away from you. It's the moment afterwards when you're sitting down like, oh my gosh, that just happened, right? But in the moment, you have to stay focused on what you're doing, or else the moment you lose track of, you start thinking about the winning as opposed to how to do it, it'll slip away from you.
Very good. I loved you were talking with us before our segment, and you had a tag. And what was that tag? Was it in the early ages? Is it still existing now?
Yes, so if you go to most tournaments in the area, they might know who you're talking about if they talk about Steven Schmidt. If you talk about Doorstop, everyone's gonna know who you're talking about.
Love it.
So my tag, Doorstop, which is what most people in the community know me by, is a reference back to the Wii U game. Because back in the Wii U, you could play on your 3DSs and use it as a controller. And when all my friends would play in high school in the cafeteria, they'd all be playing their 3DS wirelessly and playing with each other. And it's like, hey, I want to start doing that. But I'm really cheap and my family's really cheap. So we got the 2DS instead, which could play the game, but it looked like a wedge. It just kind of like goes outwards. There's like kind of a blocky thing to play on. We all called it the Doorstop. And I gained just like a lot of personal identity with that. And even for my like first year of playing like in tournaments, I would hook up the Doorstop to a Wii U and start playing with it as my controller, which is a really bad controller to use.
Yeah.
You shouldn't use that. You should use a GameCube or a Pro controller if you're gonna try to take the game seriously. But for a while I was known as like the kid with the Doorstop, and so I just made it my tag.
That is fantastic. My face hurts from smiling, even hearing that the second time. I love it so much, Steven. We're really excited, of course, to have you as part of the Cincinnati FEAR. You've got a great teammates and roster and all of that. What's the communication been like amongst you guys, before games and after games, and what are you looking forward to this season?
I'm really looking forward probably the most to the traveling. That's like always been my big handicap, the big thing that's holding me back, and the biggest reason why I'm here. I feel very enabled by this team that I can now go to the big tournaments, all the ones in Boston, in Georgia, or in Florida, something like that, right? That I can travel and get to these places that I couldn't get to by driving. Because for a while it's really been stuck in like this 4-hour radius of me. I've done some crazy drives lately just to get myself to places. I did a drive to Kansas City, I did a drive to Alabama, two drives to Alabama actually. And those are difficult, those aren't fun. And I'm like really I'm just trying to get my name out there somehow. And if I could do that with people supporting me financially and people supporting me to loan and give me like flights to send me to these places, I know I could take tons of names. I'm already doing it all over the place in the region. And I just need someone who can help me show it to the rest of the world.
Absolutely. Well, that's why you're on Cincinnati FEAR. We're so confident in you as well as your teammates. We are so happy to have you with us as well. And you guys, this is not the last you're going to be seeing of Steven, or we can call him Doorstop. You're going to see and hear much more from him as well. We're going to have those insider tips and tricks maybe, and not maybe for your opponents, but a lot of things you need to know. We're going to make sure we have stuff on socials as well. So we're happy to have you on the team, beyond happy, and looking forward to what you guys are going to accomplish this season.
I'm super excited to be here. It's been a great time.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Cam Baxter. I'm the tattoo artist and owner at Got Ink Studios on Central Park. Tattoo, I got when I was 14 years old. It was on my arm, it was for my mother. I was young, but it was definitely something where I knew that I was interested in that field, and art for me is something that's always been a backbone, something that I've always had, but I never knew I could, pursue it into a professional manner like this, so it's pretty cool. In and around Cincinnati, absolutely. I've been doing this for a long time, so many, pro athletes, college athletes locally, a lot of entrepreneurs and other owners here in the city of Cincinnati, and just everybody. I've been doing this for so long, so I feel like I'm connected to everybody somehow. What I love about tattooing is that I get to meet so many different people, everybody from different walks of life. I mean, I feel like if I need a someone who does landscaping, or I need somebody to build me a house or anything. Like, I know somebody that does everything, like, you know, so many people are getting tattoos nowadays. I just feel like I'm meeting so many people that have opened up doors for me, you know, beyond. So, I mean, tattooing is, in a sense, a gift that's been given to me that's, you know, just getting me through life and, you know, giving me all types of new opportunities. So I love tattoo for that reason. My favorite tattoo that I've ever done, I just recently worked on a back piece that was pretty good. This girl let me, you know, work on a back piece for her for about 4 sessions, like 4 big sessions. So it's pretty nice to have somebody give you that kind of freedom, so, and trust you like that too. So I was very happy with that piece, so, yeah.
You're a gamer.
I am a gamer. Yeah, I'm a big gamer, big gamer. I have a PlayStation 5, that's my console of choice. And I play Call of Duty, pretty big on 2K, but Call of Duty's my thing, yeah.
All right, guys, that's it for your first Cincinnati FEAR show. We are going to take you in and around not only the league, but Cincinnati. We're going to bring you lifestyle things just like this. Cam and Got Inc. right here along Central Parkway in downtown Cincinnati. Much, much more to come all season long for you. And speaking of your Cincinnati FEAR, here's how they did this week. Cincinnati FEAR League of Legends team lost a best of 3 against Maryville University. The team convincingly won game 1, but could not get a win in the next 2 games. They look back, though, to bounce back next week and continue their season.